Mike Keith, he's voice of the Tennessee Titans. He joins us, and we're going to talk about the Super Bowl, the Titans, the overall NFL for 2011 recap.
Well,
who's winning this Super Bowl? Mike?
Patriots.
Patriots?
Oh, it's a public pick. It's a public pick.
Mike, you said you like the Patriots to win, but as a broadcaster, a Titan employee, can you be a neutral guy that pulls for a team? Can you do that?
Yeah, I can.
I know Joe can, but he's pulling for Brady, right? Forget the other Patriots, you're pulling for Brady. But see, I pull for the underdog. I pull for the Giants because Eli's the underdog.
I pulled for the Giants because I can't stand the Patriots.
There you go.
Ding!
That's it. And I was hoping a stink bomb would go off in that Ravens
I didn't say who I was pulling for, but I said ding.
That's right. Shrine Game, former Chattanooga Mock quarterback. I don't know if you saw that game, but
one of the more intriguing prospects in this draft, I think, because what you have, certainly you have the first round and the second, third round, but then you have those guys who have a chance to make a move. And, you see a lot of different write-ups on him about where, is he a second day? Is he a third day? Who knows? But, the whole T.J. Yates thing, taking a guy in the fifth round, and Yates ends up doing a nice job for the Houston Texans after the two injuries.
Right.
There are always some quality picks that go in those mid-rounds.
Like Tom Brady.
Tom Brady at 199.
Yeah.
You can find him. There's no question about it. That guy's going to play in the National Football League. The question is, where does he go? I think a lot of teams are going to be very intrigued to find out more about B.J. Coleman.
Do you think he solidified being picked and not just a free agent tryout after the East-West Shrine game?
I'm not a scout, of course.
No, you're not. But you follow it closely.
Well, I think it certainly seems like he didn't hurt himself.
Right.
No question about that. And I think there's going to be somebody that's going to like him anyway.
He's going to the combine, so.
Yes.
Well, and that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yates went last year just to throw. They needed quarterbacks to throw to the defensive backs. And that was how Yates got there. So the fact that you're going with an invitation is a big deal.
That is a big deal.
I think the number one thing that any pro team is looking for is they're looking for accuracy, because it's almost a given, Joe. If you don't have it, that sets off the alarm bell more than anything else. And it was the question Jake Locker had to get answered in his workouts.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's clearly what BJ's working on, footwork and accuracy. They just stood in awe when he walked in the room.
They went to sleep.
Wow.
Well,
this guy's a quarterback?
He's accurate.
Right.
He was an accurate thrower, nice motion, good arm. The problems that he had were in other areas with, how he processed the
Reading
information,
the defense, right.
decision-making, things of that sort. But, he was not inaccurate the same.
Just answer the question first of all, and then we'll get into the debate back and forth of where he might go. But we've had fan after fan and caller after caller throughout this fall say, man, I wish he'd be a Titan. The Titans, you've told us, are not necessarily in that situation. You've already drafted a young quarterback. You've got a backup that's sufficient in Hasselbeck. Is there any chance that Manning would ever be a Titan as far as a quarterback on the sideline?
You never say never, because I'm not privy to sitting in the rooms.
And things change, too.
And things do change, but I find it highly unlikely for this reason. I think Matt Hasselbeck is your quarterback unless Jake Locker's your quarterback. You have to.
Right.
You're settled. This time last year, you were unsettled. You were in the most awful position that you can be. Right now, you're settled. And you have $30 million in cap room. Let me tell you just what I know.
And Peyton's not playing for league minimum.
He is not.
This just in.
Listen,
we appreciate it, man.
Thanks, guys.
As always.
And thanks, Chattanooga, for your
Tennessee Titans. You can always hear them here on your home for the NFL's Titans. That's WGOW.